Video lesson 1.6, the midsegment. Now, to construct a midsegment from the given triangle, first we need to know what a midsegment is. So, the midsegment of a triangle is a segment that connects the midpoints of two sides of a triangle. So, as a construction, we need to first find the midpoints of any two sides of your triangle. Then all we need to do is connect those points, and we have a midsegment. So again, using our compass, let's construct a midpoint, which is just a perpendicular bisector process, and this way indicating the exact middle of a line segment. So let's see here. Let's use this as a color green. So if I put my pointer on B, again, go more than halfway. All right. Construct an arc above and then below. And flip, do the same thing from A, create an arc above and below. As we see here, I did not go long enough on the original, so I'm going to flip this back and again just extend my arc at B there. There we go. All right, again, using a straight edge, we're going to connect these two intersections. And that's going to line up and cross AC. And where this line crosses AC is my midpoint. So in this case, right here is going to be my midpoint. Once again, as I've said earlier in previous videos, we can construct this entire line segment here using the straight edge, but we don't need the entire thing. We just really need to indicate where the midpoint of that line segment is. All right. Let's go do the same thing here for, let's do AC. So again, we're going to put our pointer at C. I'm going to go more than halfway on AC. Let's make sure that's as accurate as possible. Let's do this in blue here. Let's make this center line though. So again, arc above, arc below, in this case right and left. And again, flip and do the same thing from the other side. And there we go. So once again, taking my straight edge, I'm going to line up these two intersection arcs, be as accurate as I possibly can. Again, all I need to do is indicate the midpoint of AC. So I have a midpoint here, I have a midpoint here. Once again, using my straight edge, if I connect those 2 points, I in fact have just created a mid-segment. All right. Now we could do the same thing for BC and create a midpoint here. That would give me a mid-segment from AB to BC and also BC to AC. Again, that would be perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But again, just the construction of a mid-segment is simply created by finding the midpoints of 2 sides and connecting them with a line segment. All right, take this opportunity to pause the video and try this in your notes. So moving on. So if you're given a situation where you already have a triangle and the midpoints are drawn for you, we have in fact already been given that we have a midsegment. So in this situation, we have here DE, right, line segment DE, which is formed by the midsection of, midpoint of AB, which has been indicated here of AB. And we have the E is the midpoint of AC. So here's my midpoint here. Here's my midpoint here. The connection of those 2 things, which in this case I'll just use in yellow, that is in fact a midsegment. So since we know that this is a midsegment, a rule does apply to this situation. So if we have a midsegment, the midsegment is going to be half of the size of the opposite side that it is parallel to. So in this case, this line segment here, DE, is opposite BE. All right, and therefore, whatever the length of BE is, DE is going to be half of that. So in a format setting, we have that DE is equal to 1/2 of the length of BC. All right, that's going to be true for any midsegment. All right, we could reverse that process and say that BC is equal to 2 times the length of DE. Again, both formulas are true. It just depends on what information you're given and what information you're trying to find from here. So based on this question here, we have that, sorry about that, we have that DE is 15. All right, so if DE is in fact 15, like so, I now am looking for BC. So in this case, since we're looking for BC, this would be the better choice formula-wise. Again, we can plug it into either one. It doesn't matter, but if I want BC, I can now say that BC is equal to 2 times the length of DE. So therefore, BC is going to equal 2 times 15. So BC is in fact 30 units large. All right, so that's what we can do when we know that we in fact have a midsegment. We can use these two little formulas here, again, depending on what information you're given, what information you need to help in fact figure out one of those pieces. All right, so once again, take this opportunity to pause the video and try that on your own.